Again, all you need is yourself. I've got my nice mat handy for when we go on down, but we know I always love to start it standing. So let's just stand with our feet a little bit wider than those shoulders. Let's do just a really nice big shoulder roll, up, back, bring those shoulders down. Nice deep breath in as you pull those shoulders up, back, and then back down. One more time, just that nice big shoulder roll up and down, and let's switch that direction. So let's bring it forward, pull those ears up, down, beautiful. Keep going, roll it around, up, down. We're gonna do one more. Roll it, nice and up, and then let's just get those shoulders down. Give me a nice deep breath. Let's pull those hands up, bring those palms together, pull it back. So kind of push those hips forward a little bit. Look up towards that sky or the ceiling. I'm guessing today a little chilly to be outside. Breathe it out, let those hands come down. And once again, let's do that nice deep breath. Let's bring those hands up, palms together, pull it back. Let those hips go forward if that feels good. And on this time, we're gonna breathe it out and let's dive it down. Just reach towards those feet and hang it over. So keep those legs straight to start. We wanna just stretch out the back, letting ourselves hang over. Just feel that nice stretch. Relax it down. Good, bend those knees a little, let that belly button come more onto those thighs. And then let's roll ourselves up. Pull those shoulders back and down. And then again, nice deep breath. Let's bring those hands up. Pull it back. Push those hips forward, push them forward a little bit more than you did last time. Let's breathe it out, let's dive it down. Breathe it out. Let yourself hang. Again, hopefully we're a little farther down than we were. Let that head just relax down. Bend those knees even more, and we're gonna sit it down. Now, if you can sit it all the way down like a frog, that's where we want you. Make sure those feet are flat. Now, make sure if you have knee problems, it's always okay. If you're up higher, you're gonna bend over. You're just gonna put those hands kind of on the thighs, kind of like you're sticking your butt up a little bit, and that's okay. And you still wanna try to push your knees apart with those arms, no matter how low or high that butt is. And now straighten those legs, let those hands go down again. So now we're just folding it back over into that stretch. And once again, let's sit it down as low as you can. Again, don't force it. Pushing those knees open. Beautiful, hands go back down. Let's pop that butt up, stretch it out. Hopefully those hands are reaching a little bit lower or more onto the floor. And let's sit that butt down once again. Last time here. So no matter how low you are or high that butt is, let's try to put those arms or those elbows, kind of pushing those thighs open. And now we're gonna pull ourselves straight up. Squeeze that butt, squeeze those inner thighs. Let's sit it down. And again, whether you sit here or you sit all the way down, let's pull it up. Let's sit it down. And again, it can be this low or all the way down. Pay attention to that body. Listen to those knees, hips. Pull it up. Two more for me. Let's sit it down. Push those knees open. Chest nice and up. Pull it up. Now we're going to do two more. Let's sit it down. Now, no matter how low you are, I want you to pop that butt up, but only about halfway. Feel those quads have to engage a little bit more. Tummy tight, pull it up. And we're gonna do one more slow. I'm gonna show you if you're a little bit higher, it's okay. So let's sit it down as low as you can. And even if you're here, you're gonna come up, but just a couple inches. Still engaging those legs, that tummy's tight. So from the side, that butt's kind of gonna be sticking out a little. And let's pull it up. Beautiful. Now bring those feet to just shoulder width apart. Bend the knees a little. Tuck those hips, tummy tight. palms are right where we finished. So I'm gonna come a little closer just to make sure you can see the upper body a little bit better. So right here, I want you to push those palms together. So you can see a difference in my arms, especially right here. This top's a good one. Relaxed, look at that shoulder, and then we push. Everything should squeeze. So relaxed, and then we want to push. All right, so relax it again. Let's push, engage, hold, and beautiful. This one I kind of like to let those elbows relax, and then we pop them up and we push. Beautiful, 2 more, just like that, relax it. Now push, squeeze. Good, now on this next one, I want you to hold that tension. So right here, we're pushing. Now this is where we're gonna start, but we're not gonna release that tension, all right? I'm just gonna back up to make sure you can see. So right here, I'm pushing. We're gonna do it where we go all the way up and bring it back down. And I'm pushing those palms. I'm keeping that tension the whole time now. So as those arms go up, it's very normal. The tension is not gonna be as strong up at the top. And notice when I go up, I also pull my arms back. So I'm trying to have my arms go alongside my ears. And don't worry, if you can't pull your arms back as much because of shoulder problems, that's okay. Tummy tight, keep pushing those palms. 3. Now 2 more. 2. Bring it down. All the way up, all the way up. Push those palms, arms nice and straight. Now, unclench those palms, open them towards me, and then we're gonna do where we pull it down through the back, and then we press it up. So from this side, notice I'm trying to keep my wrists right over my elbows. I'm squeezing down, pulling in the back. I've got my tummy tight, those hips are tucked. Knees bent a little still. Beautiful, squeeze down, push up, squeeze it down for 4, pushing it up, squeeze down, 3, pull down, 2, last one, let's squeeze it down, let's pull those elbows back a little bit more, and now let's bring those palms and those elbows together, we squeeze, and then we open it back, squeezing in the back, push those palms, push those elbows, smush them, open it, smush. 3, can you hear that faint click of Brooklyn's nails coming back up to the zest? 2 more, 2, last one, squeeze those palms and elbows, pull it back, and relax it down, shake those shoulders out. Now what I find funny is if you heard Miss Piper when she came up, she wanted a banana. Come on. Clearly Piper's done eating her banana because someone's back up by me now. You would think we never feed our dog. All right, now go lay down, go on your pillow. All right, so now we're gonna go. Those feet should be pretty much where they were. So we want them pretty close. This is one where if you have any knee or hip problems, stuff like that, if you need the feet a little bit wider, go for it. Not the end of the world to have them. It's a little bit harder with it closer. You'll get a little bit more twist, but again, we don't want to hurt those knees, those hips, or those backs. So tuck those hips, tummy nice and tight. Let's bring those hands straight out in front. Let's just start sitting down like we're sitting in a chair. Push up through those heels, squeeze the butt. Keep it going. And of course, don't worry, if you can only go down that far, that's okay. Keeping that tummy nice and tight. Breathing. Squeezing through the back to come up. So when we have a more narrow stance, really try to use the back of your legs, those hamstrings and the glutes, to do the work. I know those quads want to take over. We're doing 2 more. 2. Now on this one, let's sit it down. That right hand, let's cross it over and then twist it up. Breathe. That left hand towards the sky, twisting open. Beautiful, bring that hand to the front, other hand meets it, and then we press it up and we take a nice deep breath, and we switch sides, so let's sit it down. Left hand crosses, right hand goes up. Breathe, looking at that top hand if you can. Right hand forward, left hand meets it, pull it up. Once again, a nice deep breath. Let's sit it down, cross it over, twist it. Let's pull that top hand back a little bit more if we can. Really get a nice twist. Beautiful, bring it forward, meet it, stand it. Again, a nice deep breath. Let's even out our sides. Sit it down, cross, twist. Open that hand nice and up. Breathe. Bring it forward, meet it, pull it up. Nice deep breath. Now we're not done with this stance today. So tummy nice and tight. We are going to sit it down. Notice this one. Let me show from the side. So we're going to sit about halfway. You're not going to go quite as low as normal. We're going to come down here. I want you to try to keep the butt down. We're tapping to the side together. Back up. All right. So we are sitting down. Try to keep the hips level. We tap one foot together. Squeeze it up. Sit it down. We tap together, up, down, tap, together, up. Now, of course, the lower you can hold it, if those shoulders stay square, you're good. If we've got to do this, we're too low. So don't worry, if you need to be up here, that's okay. This one takes that stability. One more on each side, all right? Sit it down. Let's reach up. Last one. Down, reach, and up. Now you really get to catch that breath. Shake those legs out. Twist those hips a little if we need to. Now we're going to go back to that upper body for me. So this one, we're going to start with those hands to the sides. And then I want you to think that we are twisting those palms open, rolling it, pointing those thumbs towards the back behind us. So this is where we are going to start and try to stay, all right? So from right here, we're going to do a nice big circle all the way up and then all the way back down. You want to think about you're trying to pull those thumbs back the whole time. So really pull those thumbs back. We're controlling them all the way up and all the way down. Beautiful, nice deep breathing. All the way up. Keep that chin open. All the way down. Beautiful, 3 more. All the way up, pull those thumbs back. Tummy tight. All the way down. Good, 2 more. All the way up. All the way down. And we've got 1 more. Let's pull it up. Beautiful. Now this time I want us to stop when we make that nice T. So shoulders down though, so I know it's easy to kind of be up here. Think we want those shoulders down and back. So I'm squeezing those hands back as much as I can. And then I want you to bring it forward, bring it around, push those pinkies together. So I'm squeezing in the front, and then we're pulling back, squeezing in the back, bring it to the front, and we pull back. Now this one, if you need to be a little bit lower because of any shoulder or back problems, that's okay. We want to try to have those arms and palms about shoulder height. You don't need it higher than that. But again, if it hurts, always putting it a little bit lower, not the end of the world. We're still gonna get some nice work in that upper body, good range of motion work. Good, 2, push together, open back. Now let's all bring together for me. So bring it to the middle, and I want you to close those palms for me. So now the palms are together. We are pushing those palms, and I want you to bring it in. Push those palms, push those elbows together, straighten it out. Bring it back together. Push those elbows together, push those palms, and then straighten it out. Elbows come together as soon as they can. Straighten. Bring it back. We're not ready for that stretch yet, Brooklyn. Straighten those arms. Bring it back. Straighten it out. Let's bring it back. Now we are right here for me, okay? So those palms are pushing, those elbows are pushing. And I want little pulses, so meaning I want you to keep those elbows together. You're pushing the elbows, but you're trying to push it up as high as you can while you keep those elbows together and those palms together, and you're pushing. And yes, those shoulders should be burned in when we do this one. Come on, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax it down. Shake those shoulders out. I know that one burned in Brooklyn. We're now banned. You're not coming back in, miss. What's going on this Monday? All right, so shake those shoulders out. Roll them out a little bit. Now we're going to let them relax a little bit. We're going to go to a nice wide stance for me. So I want those feet nice and wide. Try to keep them parallel. We're going to do a couple windmills. So that means I want you to open up that right palm onto the front of that leg. That left hand goes up to the sky. We're going to pop that left hip out. That right hand is going to slide down the inside of the leg. We twist it open, so I'm now looking up at the ceiling. I'm looking at that left hand. And then I want you to think about a string attached to those fingertips, and it's going to pull you straight up. We bring those hips back to neutral, and then we pop that hip to the left side. We slide it down, looking up at that hand, and then we bring it up. Beautiful, let's pop that hip. Let's slide it down, looking up at the top, and we got one more for me. Let's pull it up. Now this last one, I want us to hold a little bit longer, all right? So let's pop that hip. Let's slide it down and really try to twist it open. Beautiful, nice and steady. Little deeper if you can. Twist it open a little bit more. And let's pull it up. Beautiful, now let's switch sides. So now that left hand, open on the front of the thigh. That right hand straight up. Let's pop that hip. Let's slide it down. Twisting, looking up at that top hand. And then pulling it up. Beautiful. Once again, pop that hip. We slide that hand down. And then we pull it up. Beautiful. Pop that hip. Let's slide it down. Looking up at that top. Pull it up. Good. 2 more. Pop that hip. Let's slide it down. Twist that top hand open a little bit more. Pull it up. Now this one is where we're going to hold it a little bit longer, all right? So let's pop that hip. Let's slide it down. Let's really open. Try to look at that hand nice and up. A little bit deeper, really nice deep breaths. And pull it up. Beautiful. Relax it down. Now from this nice wide stance, let's turn that right foot to face the other way. So we're going to go into a nice lunge, warrior stance, whichever you want to call it for today. Now, This one, whichever leg is forward. So right now my right foot is forward. Have that hand either on a wall or a chair if you need balance. All right, so when we do the other side, I'll have you turn so the left hand helps you. Again, if you don't need the help, that's just fine. But in case you do, because this, we're gonna do a mixture of some strength work with the balance today for me, all right? So, chest is up. Notice, I've got my hips tucked and both of them are square, facing where that right leg is pointing. So I don't want that left hip open. So those right hands out to the side, make a nice T with those arms. Tummy is tight. We're gonna bend that left leg down. We're gonna twist it open to that right side so that right hand would stay. And then we pull it back up. Let's go down. Let's twist, pull it open, back to the middle, and come up. Beautiful, bend it down, twist it open, middle, back up. Now one more, all right? Let's go down, let's twist, back to the middle, and come up. Good, tummy nice and tight. Now with that right foot, I want you to try to pick that back foot up. Come like you're an airplane, and then bring it back down. So tummy nice and tight. Try to keep those hands out to the side. Let's pull that back foot up. Come onto that right leg. Big step back. Chest up. Good, shift that weight. Pull it up. Down. And breathe. We got two more. Shift that weight. Lift that back leg up. Back down. Chest up. Last one. I know you got it. I know this one's hard for the balance. Shift it. Hold it. Now right here, let's stand it up. You're keeping that leg back just a little bit. Tummy is tight. I want you to bring that knee up and straighten the leg back. Tuck it. Back. Come on, last thing, and then we're gonna let that right leg relax. 4, 3, 2, last one. Relax. Shake it out a little. I have to go yell at my son quick to make sure he's doing his school, so sorry, take a breather before the other side. You are supposed to be testing right now, are you not? If you don't do good, what's going to happen? You don't do good. Hyper, stay at yours. I'm not joking. Very disappointed. Sorry. Choice. All right, left side. Left leg is in front. That right leg is back. So make sure, move that chair or you turn around so that left hand is going to be there for your support if we need it. So those arms make that nice T. We're on the toe of that back foot. And of course, this first part, we go down, we twist, we open, and we come up. Beautiful. Down, we twist, we open, and then we come back up. Beautiful. Down, twist, back open, and up. Let's keep going. Now make sure if you can't bend down because of knees, you can always stay right up here, but you keep doing that twist. Beautiful. 2 more. Down, twist, open, up. Last one. Let's go down. Let's twist. Let's open. Bring it up. Now the hardest one, tummy tight. We pick that back leg. We balance. Big step. Try to get it back to where it was. And then once again, let's shift it. Lifting. Leg goes back. Chest comes up. Tummy tight. Shift it. Lift that leg. And repeat. Foot goes back. Notice I shift my weight forward. I lift that back leg. I shift it down and back. 3 more, let's shift. Lift. Put it back. Now last one. Shift it. Lift it. Back. Half leg. This is your last one. Shift it. Now this time we lift that chest. We're nice and tall. That leg is just a little bit back. And now we pull that right knee up. Extend it back. Pull it up. Make sure keeping that tummy nice and tight. That chest up. Beautiful. Tuck it. Straighten it where you squeeze the glute. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax it. Shake it out. And yes, if your arms burned, that's normal too. You had to keep them straight out for a while. Now, grab those mats. You're going to need them. I'm going to tilt it down. We're going to start standing with those mats. So don't worry, if my head's cut off a little, I promise it doesn't matter. You're going to see the rest of me soon. So we're going to start at the top or the bottom, whatever you want to call it, of that mat. Those feet just shoulder width apart for me, all right? And let's do one of those nice deep breaths. Let's bring those hands over your head. Let's pull them back. Let's do a nice little back bend. Let's breathe it out, and you can dive it down. Just let yourself fold on over. Really relaxing it down, breathing it. Beautiful, just breathing out. Bend those knees a little, let that upper body come more towards those thighs. Really let that head relax and fall down towards the ground. Bend those knees a little and roll it up. Nice big shoulder roll up at the top. And last one for me, let's breathe it. Let's bring those hands together. Push those hips forward. Beautiful, breathe it out, really dive it down. Feel that stretch first, so nice straight legs to start, getting that nice stretch. Letting that head hang down. Bending those knees a little if that feels good. Beautiful, now bend them a little bit more, and we're gonna walk our hands out into plank position. So whether that plank is in full push-up position or on those knees, that's always fine. Find whatever plank position is comfortable for you. Tummy nice and tight. Breathing. And let's have everyone drop those knees down. Let those toes come together in the back. Push that butt back. Sit on those heels. Push through the heels, the palms of those hands to really push those hips back. Beautiful. Now we're going to bring it, and I'm going to show you a couple versions. So you're either going to bring it into a modified plank, or you can go into full plank. I'm going to show you from the front so you can see what we're going to do. We're going to work those arms a little bit more, the core. So if you're on your knees, notice I've got them a little bit wider apart. I don't want them all the way together. So if you're on your knees, that tummy is tight, just a regular plank position. And then I want you to tap the opposite shoulder. Try not to let your hips move. So if you're in a regular push-up position, same thing. The key here, I don't want those hips to move. Now, if you need to, you can have that butt up and you can tap. If it's too hard for you to have those hips tucked, just go into a nice all fours position, shift the weight from hand to hand, and try to keep everything steady. So don't worry, whichever form you need to use, 3, 2, now one more on each side, relax it down. Once again, sit that butt back, stretch out those shoulders. And yes, don't be surprised if that got that heart rate up a little bit as well. Now let's stretch those shoulders out a little. So you're gonna come halfway up for me. I'm gonna take that right hand, I'm going to thread it underneath my left. I'm gonna let my right shoulder touch the ground, my head, and now push that butt back onto the feet still. And then I'm gonna reach that left hand nice and out. So that left hand still on the ground, you're just reaching it in front of you. And you can even use that left hand to reach it a little bit farther with those fingers, inching it farther away, really pulling, twisting that chest open. Now let's slide that left hand back. Let it help push yourself up. And now we're going to do the other side. So now that left hand is going to slide underneath. Notice I twist my chest. I put that shoulder down. I put the head down. I push my butt back. And then I reach it with that right hand. Good breathing. Try to relax into it. Don't force it too far right from the start. With those exhales, try to go a little bit farther. Beautiful. Bring that right hand back. Help push yourself up. And then let's just do one regular child's pose before that next exercise. Pushing that butt back. Beautiful. Now we're going to come onto all fours for me. So make sure this too, I have my knees a little, they're not perfectly together. And let's do a couple cat-cows. So let that belly button drop down. We look up. And then we switch that direction. We tuck those hips, tuck the chin, arch that back. And flip it to the other direction. Belly button down, chin up. Beautiful. Breathe it out, tuck it in. Great. Now keep going, but let's go your pace. So you can hold one of these positions longer, shorter, whatever feels good. Just move through your pace for a few rounds. After this next position, we're going to find a nice flat back for me. So tummy is nice and tight, nice flat back. So you want to make sure it's not arched. We tuck those hips, that spine is lengthened. You want to think if there was a nice tray of drinks on your back, it wouldn't fall off. So this one, we are now going to take that left hand and get it onto the neck. So if it can't reach the neck, if it has to be by your ears or on your head, that's okay. But if you can really grab your neck, that's where we want. Now I want you to think that left elbow, I want you to twist it just like we did with that stretch. We try to get it onto the ground, and then we pull it back up into that neutral spine. So we twist it. We try to get that shoulder to touch, that head to touch if it can, and then pull it back up. Now the trick with this is I want your obliques in that waist and your back doing the work. Don't let your right arm push you back up. It's only there to help. I want you to use that stomach and use the back. Really think about engaging that core, and that's what's pulling your upper body back up. We're doing 2 more on this side. Good, pull that elbow up. Last one on this side, pulling it up, and let's let that left hand go back down. Great job. That one you should really feel through that lower back and in that waist when you get it right. And don't worry, it probably feels awkward the first couple times. Now that right hand, grabbing that neck as much as we can. That elbow is up. Now we twist it, that elbow threads underneath. We tap the shoulder and the head, and we pull it up. Now the next trick for this one to really feel it, notice my butt looks way up to the sky. I'm not sitting back as I go down. I'm letting my hips stay right where they are. It's all from that upper body twisting and coming back up. Twist it in. And don't worry, if you don't get down to the floor with the shoulder, that's okay. You twist as much as you can. Good, tummy nice and tight, control. And then we open, beautiful, 3 more. Let's twist, we tap, you pull it up, now 2, twist, control. Use that stomach, not just that arm. 1 more. Twist. Pull it up. And relax that hand down. Great job. Sit that butt back. Stretch it out. Nice deep breathing. And let's bring it back into a nice plank position for me. So get those hands set. And again, whether that means you're on your knees or you go into a full plank, either one is fine. Let's find that nice position. That tummy tight. Breathing. Nice and steady. We're holding it for a little bit. Try to keep those hands, no matter which position you're in, we want those hands right underneath your shoulders. Now let's take that right knee. Let's tuck it in between your hands. That right foot is going to come in front of your left leg. We're going to puff that chest. We're holding that position so those hands are on either side of the knee. And then, of course, if you want to go a little bit deeper, we can come on down to those elbows, or even lay all the way out, reaching those hands forward. Really nice deep breathing. With each exhale, trying to go a little bit deeper into the position. Now this next tip is only if you want to make it harder. Keep stretching it out. If you need to make it a little bit harder, the trick is the more 90-degree that leg makes, the harder it's going to be. All right? So that's where you would go if you need to make it a little bit harder. Now on this next exhale, let's push ourselves back up. Puff that chest. Pushing those hips forward. Let's grip that toes in the back and push yourself into that plank once again. So holding and breathing, really feeling that strength through the base of those hands, the palms, those shoulders and that core nice and tight. And now we're going to tuck that left knee in. We let that back foot relax. And at first we puff that chest. We really push those those hips down. Puffing that chest up, shoulders down. And let's relax it down if we can. Again, you can stay up on those hands if you need to. You can come down onto those elbows. Now make sure that left butt cheek didn't go down to the ground, right? We still have those hips nice and square to the ground. And of course, if you want to reach those arms forward and lay down more, you are welcome. Or you can always pull that left foot up a little bit higher to get even more into that hip. Breathing, relaxing. With each exhale, going a little bit deeper into that stretch. Beautiful. Now let's bring those hands back to frame the knee. Puffing that chest up once again. Let's grip that foot in the back. And last time, let's go into that plank. We're going to hold it just for a few seconds. Beautiful. Let's let those knees drop. And last time, doing a nice child's pose, put those hips back, stretching out. Beautiful. Now let's flip ourselves over. So come on, roll yourself over. And once you're on that back, give those knees a nice hug for me. So just come right, hugging those knees. You can even roll those ankles out from being in that child's pose and those other ones. It does a lot with those ankles. And let's pull those knees apart, pulling them nice and wide, and then pulling them into the chest. Now this is one you're always welcome. If you do yoga and like it, you can always grab those feet and go into a nice happy baby. Beautiful. Let's keep a hold of your right knee for me. So hug that right knee. Let's extend that left leg straight out. Let it relax on the floor, really hugging that knee nice and tight. And let's cross that knee over, getting a nice twist. That right arm goes out to the side, shoulder is pinned to the ground. Beautiful. Bring it back to the middle. Now let's keep a hold of that left leg. So we're hugging that left knee. We're extending that right leg. Hugging that left knee nice and tight. Again, breathing nice and controlled. Beautiful. Now let's pull that left knee over to the side. That left arm goes out. Try to keep that left shoulder pinned to the ground. Getting that nice spinal twist. And if you're going to turn that head, turn towards that left hand. So that hand that you're in shoulder, you're trying to stay pinned to the ground, turn towards that side to get that nice twist. Beautiful. Back to the middle. Let's put both of those feet flat for me. Now let's cross over that right leg. So that right leg crosses all the way over onto that left side. We pull those knees into the chest. Now that right hand grabs your left knee that is in the back. That left hand grabs this foot that's kind of sticking out to the side and pulls it down. Good. Going into that lovely pretzel stretch. One more nice deep breath in. Relaxing a little bit deeper on that exhale. And now let's switch sides. So both feet go down. Now we're going to take that left leg, cross it over as much as we can. Tuck Bring those knees into the chest. That left hand grabs that right knee that's in the back. That right hand grabs this left foot that's sticking out to the side and pulls it down towards the ground. Great job. And again, nice steady breathing, relaxing a little bit more on each exhale. Really pulling that back knee in tighter and tighter if you need to get more of a stretch. And once again, relaxing those legs. You can give one more hug to both those knees. And now we're gonna roll ourselves up. Let's straighten those legs so those legs are straight out. We're reaching towards those toes. Keeping those legs straight to start. Good, now let's grab underneath those legs. So if your knees bend a little on this one, that's okay. Use those arms and pull that chest towards the thighs. Tuck your chin so you get more of a stretch into those shoulders. And this one too, if you have the flexibility, you can even hug and really pull yourself down to get it more into the back and shoulders. Beautiful, relax it. Let's stand ourselves back up. Make sure to take your time so we don't get any head rushes. Let me twist this back up. All right, so nice and tall for me. Those feet just shoulder width apart. Make sure you're doing a couple nice deep breaths so we don't get those head rushes. And let's bring those arms up overhead. Palms together. Push those hips forward, look up towards that ceiling. Breathe it out, let's dive it down one last time for me. Just hanging it over, relaxing. Letting that head really flop down. Let's bend those knees and roll ourselves up vertebrae by vertebrae. Shoulders back and down. And last time now, let's give it a nice big breath in, hands come up. Pull it back, push those hips forward. Really big deep breath in. Let's breathe it out, let those hands go down. And you made it, good job. Give yourselves a hand.